Hello world, Lana coming at you with another video, and it's another video inspired by content that I'm consuming. I'm reading the book called Big Magic, Creative Living Beyond Fear by Elizabeth Gilbert. She's the author of Eat, Pray, Love. I really should read that book. I've only seen the movie, and it was a long time ago. But anyway, I love her writing style. she'll be saying some really profound things and just be like, rock on, go for it. I don't know, just knock yourself out. Yeah, she likes to say that. And it gives me a chuckle. But I wanted to chat about some of the things that were sparking things that were resonating with me as I was reading this book. And I think it's well timed that I began reading this book, and I've been kind of putting it off because I was reading a fantasy series, and I just kind of wanted to keep going in that series. But it's well timed because yesterday, or not yesterday, Friday. Today is Sunday. Friday, I was kind of down on myself about putting myself out on the line and putting my hat in the ring for something that I felt like, I shouldn't have had the audacity to do, because I felt like I didn't perform the way I wanted to, and I had all this self-doubt creeping in. But I was just reading this section of the book called Permission, and Gilbert talks about this concept called creative entitlement. And yeah, it's interesting because entitlement, who says, has some negative connotations, but I'll just quote from it. Creative entitlement doesn't mean behaving like a princess or acting as though the world owes you anything whatsoever. No, creative entitlement simply means believing that you are allowed to be here, and that merely by being here, you were allowed to have a voice and a vision of your own. I just thought, fuck, she is speaking to me, because that is something that I feel like I struggle with a lot in life, and try and tell myself that I exist, therefore I matter, and, have value, as somebody that tends to get their sense of self-worth from doing stuff and being productive. That's been an important mantra to remind myself that even if I'm sitting on my butt doing nothing today, I am still a worthy human being. But yeah, hearing it in this context of not just like, you exist, therefore you matter, but you exist, therefore you matter, and therefore, like, you get to express yourself. And like Gilbert talks a lot about how, like, we're all creative beings, and that if we look back to our ancestry, like, we were makers, pottery, of art before agriculture became even a thing. People used to make their own clothes and mend things before going out and consuming them. And yeah, so she's just a firm believer that whatever that art is within you, like, there is some kind of creative magic, and maybe it's something that's sort of in the universe that we're the conduits of. But yeah, it doesn't matter if it's good art or bad art, or how recognized you are for it. Like, you have permission to do you. And I don't know, I just thought that was powerful to me. And I think it can be applied in so many ways. Like, have the audacity to apply for that job that you feel like maybe you're not quite ready for. Open your heart and let, love in, and experience all the range of emotions that life has to offer. Take a dance class, suck at it, but have fun and enjoy it and push yourself. Or be like me and pick up a camera and talk into the abyss, hoping that the thoughts that come to you will be helpful to another human on this planet. Yeah. Just create. And I think just creating without the expectation of it being good, of it becoming a product, but just using your voice. And the very first chapter of the book talks a lot about fear that gets in the way of creation. And I really like how she talks about fear is always going to be there. It's always going to be along for the ride. It's sort of like a twin of creativity. Where creativity is, the fear will be there. That voice of resistance, as Seth Godin likes to say, will be telling you all the negative things in your head, right? Like, who are you to do this? Someone's already done it. Someone's already done it better. You're going to embarrass yourself, yada, yada, yada. But I think what Gilbert tries to tell us is recognize that that's always going to be there. There's always going to be that resistance. Honor it, because it's probably it's just you. It's your subconscious trying to like protect you, right, from hurt and harm. But don't let it drive your car. Carry on doing what you set out to do anyways. Because if we all listen to the fear, we wouldn't do anything interesting in life. Our lives would be really boring because we'd always know what would happen. We would just keep doing the same things, and we wouldn't ever step out of our comfort zone to dare to do something different and create something new and be creative. Anyway, so I recommend you to read it if you're somebody that maybe struggles with, big magic. If you struggle with feeling like you deserve to create, to do new things, if you're someone that wants to live an expansive life, and diverge from the norm or the path that seems set out ahead of you, I think this applies to how we live our lives as well, right? And not just the things that we do and create. But yeah, it's a good book. It's not super long. And I feel like it's one of those, it's a self-help book, really. But it's positive and it's funny. And she's basically saying, like, just fucking do it. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed that video, and there will be more to come. We'll see where inspiration and creativity strikes next.